It is not uncommon to hear the older generation complain about how the younger generation lack respect, lack creativity, and lack values. And even sometimes it's exaggerated that the older generations did very well in school. I'm sure everybody's parents told them that they were excellent students at school. But the truth is that every generation has its own unique characteristics, and every generation from Gen Y all the way to Gen Alpha, name it, all have their own unique values. And so this video is simply pointing out some values that I believe are timeless. And of course, many other scholars, such as Abrahamson, believe that they're timeless as well. As I mentioned in my past video on family values, society is shaped by families. And of course, nowadays we have a lot of issues in society which were a result of values not being instilled in people in the families they came from. Of course, we have the problem of absent dads. We have problems of broken adults. And some of these absent dads, maybe those dads who are absent by their own choice, might be because in the families they were raised, they were not taught things such as respect, responsibility, etc. So they get a woman pregnant and just disappear. So it is not surprising when you find this pattern being replicated in families generation after generation. But as Barquette emphasizes, instead of treating your children like you were treated, treat them the same way you would basically want your parents to have treated you. In other words, you would basically result in creating better people, better kids, and hopefully changing society for the better. So according to Abrahamson, the following are some values that every family should possess. They are timeless. There are 8 of them. The 9th is mine, and I believe it's the most important. The first is kindness. It's always important as a parent to teach your children how to be kind, to be generous, to have empathy, to have compassion, and to understand the importance of equity. All these are captured with the whole idea of teaching your kids and helping them understand the value of kindness. Secondly is self-compassion, the ability to avoid talking themselves down, the ability to forgive themselves, because the world is filled with imperfect humans. And by teaching your children self-compassion, they are able to have compassion on themselves, which will enable them have compassion on others. The third one is integrity, of course. Teach your children to be men and women of their word. What they say should be what they do, and what they say they will not do should be what they will not do. Integrity is a very important part in any society that wants to experience success and growth. Responsibility is another. Teach your children how to take responsibility, from teaching them how to clean up their room, to doing housework, to cleaning at home. It helps them to develop initiative and a very solid work ethic. The 5th is mutual respect. The fact that your children should be raised to respect people with no regards to their place in society. I know some families where the children are raised to respect only people who are wealthy, and they feel people who are poorer than them are basically animals. But respect is important. Respect everybody. And the emphasis on mutual respect is that you give people respect, but when they don't deserve the respect by their own conduct, then you don't have to respect them. The 5th is honesty. Teach your kids to be honest, to be trustworthy, to be truthful. And that, of course, is a very important value. The 7th is flexibility, the ability to adapt. The world is not cast in iron, and conditions change. And people who are able to adapt normally thrive and do better. The 8th is fairness. Let your children understand equity. Let them understand that people deserve equal treatment, even though in some families people are raised to believe that one person is better than another. But instill in your children that every human is equal, especially in the eyes of God. And that is important. Mine, number 9, is the emphasis on godliness. Teach your children godly values. If you don't subscribe even to a religion, that might be your choice. But being godly is very important in everyday life, because by placing emphasis on godliness, teaching your family the value of believing in God, in understanding that God has certain demands that He has placed on humans and certain obligations that humans have to their fellow humans, really does enhance people's quality of life. In fact, I believe godliness is the most important quality. If you have godliness as a key value in your family, you cover all the other 8 ones I mentioned. So go for it. I am sure you've noticed in your life and your interaction with people that certain people from certain families stand out, and they're unique, their abilities, their character, and the way they carry themselves. And obviously, this is due to the family values that their family possess and that has been instilled in them. So, for you to stand out, to make a difference in society, I believe having the right family values will really set you ahead and set you apart from everybody else.